Hello, 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 and welcome to the moment we've all been waiting for, which is the start of season 10 here at the TGC Tours. And today we are going to be participating in our Platinum Tour tournament, specifically round one today. So exciting times ahead of us. It's going to be a long season, and today is just going to be the first thing. So let's go see the conditions where we are playing to. So we are here at the Beverly Club, designed by Mr. B.S. Betty. We're playing to the longer tees, blue tees, which are around 7,000 yards. Of course, pins at 1. Wind speeds high, direction coming in from the southwest. Fairway is quite soft, so not a lot of bounce on the fairway. Green is pretty bouncy and quite slow at 126. Time of day, morning, and weather is light clouds. So it's a very, very exciting time today. First round of the season and 8 weeks of playoffs and off-season content is now done, and now we get to stuck in again. So it's going to be very, very nerve-wracking. A little jitters here on the golfer himself, but we're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna keep the enjoyment deep into our heart and remember that this is just for fun. But we have to compete today. So I'm going to put on my competitive shoes on today, and we're going to try to shoot the best we can. So anywhere around 11, 12 could be very nice. So if we could be minus 11 here, we can say it's decent. It's a shootout. People have been shooting absolutely lights out. So let's see what happens. Together as a cohesive unit, let's walk to the first tee box. Please leave a subscription to the channel and a thumbs up and maybe even a comment for good luck. Now it's time to get season 10 started. Immo, Chico, Robin. First tee, nothing major to do here outside of making sure that we are never in danger of the left side. So a little partial, nothing crazy, and then we go. 98 should be just the ticket here. Kick left, but never in danger of the full roll into the rough. So I think we nailed the first one. Huge roll, but we are definitely still on the fairway as we plan to be. So nice first one. This 100-yard pitch shot is going to be nice. I'm going to add just a little bit of backspin and just a little bit of loft, because I think it's going to want to go a little higher than this, so let's end it. Hopefully spins a little bit and gives us the uphill putt. Got a little bit of a too much of a roll, but not the worst. Not the worst case scenario, but there's going to be a lot of break now since that was a little bit too short. Let's score the first one of the season right now. That much heartbreak at the disco, but we're not going to let that get to us. We are not going to let that get to us. After that, we go very comfortably into this par 5. Get our tempo. This should always just clear this and bounce up and never be in trouble of the other one. So that's a really, really good, really good doucher there. So now we get to approach on this equal approach. Well, I feel like this could be a nice one. Oh, the chat has already binned me off. Oh, the chat has already counted me off after the first miss. Oh, no. I really do like how this 5-iron is going to play here. It's going to play quite a lot to the left. It's going to be like 190 without the wind, and then the wind is going to be bringing it back. So I do like this quite a lot. and then roll back a little bit. That's a golf shot. Quite a lot of break there, so we have to aim bravely. So let's see. I'm aiming very bravely here. 2 points. Yes. Huge 2 points here for the program. Huge 2 points. Nothing incredibly special here. Just making sure we stay on the left side. And go get our fairway. This should always bounce right quite nicely. Even with the soft, it's quite sideways. So even from middle green, even with the softness, it's always in danger of getting there. So getting that bounce into there, into this flat, we hit a really good shot here. So let's see if we can approach this now. This lob wedge here, it's not going to get a loft from the wind. So I can de-loft it almost fully to make it go there. This should always release left from here as well. It's a golf shot, that too, so let's hope we can score this now. That was a nice shot. There, in fact, is break here, so we can aim this comfortably at the right side cup. Beautiful. Let's go. Let's keep the engines running now. That is a good start now. Let's go. This is a very difficult situation here, as you see. Like, it's gonna hit here somewhere 250, and it's quite difficult to judge how much it's gonna go. So I'm gonna hit this. I am going to hit this driver puncher, and hopefully it doesn't go too far. Come on, a little bit of a help. Kick left here. I accept that. I accept that. Lovely that. Here we're gonna just have the brake on and we're gonna do our normal safety chip. Oh my days, and it touched the post, so very nice that. But a tapping par on this particular hole, I'm not gonna complain about all. I will take that with bells on and move to the next one. Interesting situation again here, like you kind of want the ball to all the way to the bunker, but not really, so you have to hit it precisely here. And I think we can hit a chip from here, I think. So fully back spun here to make sure we get it there, but not too long. And then we will just send it. It should spin. Lovely that. Still a little sideways dirbler, but still a good attempt. Very, very, very good attempt. Of course, this you should most of the time score, but you have to trust there to be the break. And there is. Huge that. That was well played. That was very, very, very well played. I accept that wholeheartedly. That's not as easy as that sounds or looks, so. We'll take it. I feel like with the way this is playing uphill and this playing already 13, I feel like we don't need to fondle on this much. I think if we just send it, it's gonna be decent. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. A little bit too much yards because of the added fast, but a huge shot nevertheless. Quite a lot of break in there into a downhill dirbler, so definitely not an easy putt. Definitely not an easy putt. Looked in all the way, but just not quite enough. Difficult downhill dirbler. So, of course, you want to score that, but that's one of those where you can't really be too angry that you didn't. But, of course, great players will always score that, so That is the last little, one of the last little steps we have to take in the game where those are always in. But no rage. Concentrate on the next one and go get your fairway. We actually might have hit the hard rough here. I'm not quite sure. Difficult shot. Little bit of a loft. Little bit of backspin. Too fast of a tempo. Now we gotta like have all of our hands and feet that it comes down and not to the fringe. This is going to be now mega difficult. That was the first bad shot of the week. This is going to leave now a tough shot, but I think we got it down enough for it to be even a little bit easier. Okay, so it's gonna go through the yellow, but it's not gonna go through the red, so we have a chance here. Very, very, very difficult. No other way to say it. Extremely difficult putt now for us. But nevertheless, we have to trust it and send it. Climbed it perfectly. Now we just gotta pray it stops. That right there is a wonder shot. That right there is a wonder shot. I'm not gonna even lie. That right there is a wonder shot. Now a big deep breath of fresh air into the lungs and making sure we score this now. Save our par here. And let's have that be the hole we miss both of our tempo on. Let's have that be the last hole we do tempo, okay? Let's switch it the other way, back the other way around where we hit tempo every time. Starting with this, of course. Starting with the tempo, of course, starts with this hole right here. And just like that, we have did it. Got a pretty nice bounce too. It's not going to be completely sideways now. Probably a little bit yellow left to right, but not the red portion. Lob wedge has to be in hand here. The lie is going to take it quite a lot left, but the wind should return it. And this yardage looks nice, so. They should spin just enough for it to come back. It doesn't quite get all the way back, but I accept that wholeheartedly. I accept that. That's a really difficult shot anyway, so GG's on that. And pretty much no break, so we're just going to be at the right side of the cup here. Left side of the cup, pardon me. Yes, let's go. -5 through 8. Get off that little bit of a starting par train and let's keep it going. Rounding up the back nine is this very interesting par 4 where you need to hit it just here for it to be able to get there and not be on the sand. So here, we're just going to close our eyes and send it. Now we just hope that it's not in the sand. Oh my days, boys. That worked out better than I had ever hoped for. I don't think we kept this green once in practice. I think it always bled. I think it always bled to the fringe there. Even my best shots, I think, bled to the fringe. So I will definitely take that. Quite a lot of downhill again, but there's also break to it. So this is going to be one of those very, very, very slow burners. So let's see the burn. Oh, let's see the burn, buddy. Get angry a little bit here. Get a little bit angry after that. Okay, so that's what I call a slow burner, where you take all of the power off. You take all of the power off and then just let the brake that's very similar just slowly move it. So That's one of those where if I don't worm cam it, I miss that high 100 times out of 100. If I don't look at that, I miss that every time. So that's testamente to all the worm cammers out there. And then my favorite thing to hate about in the game is when the designer puts a tree where a tree shouldn't be. But we'll leave it short, and then we have to go over and under it. So here, this pitch shot should actually just get there. I'm going to put a little bit of front spin. Just a little bit of front spin to give it a little bit more of a front roll. It works out incredibly well. And just a minuscule right aim here. That was awesome. The added front spin is straight out of Lovescott's book, by the way. So shout out to Mr. Lovescott for that front spin on a pitch shot. On this particular situation, we have to shape it a little bit because you wanted to hit it a little bit on this side. So we have a little bit of right to left shape into it, and then they should just get there. So this is, again, a difficult shot, but I trust it. Got my tempo. It should release over this red nicely. And then release and be pin high putt. That is wonderful. That stay. Stay. Oh my days. Pre-selly. Celebrated a little bit too early there. Damn, son. Damn, son rolled a little bit too much that, but still makeable. Very nice. I accept. Wow, I definitely accept that. I do accept that. Very good roll from there. And then cleanup crew, make sure we clean up this 4-footer. Fairway, of course, on our mind like always, so we're going to be aiming quite far right. Getting our tempo, middle fairway should be nice. Little bit too fast, so we ended up on the left side, so thus I was aiming so far right. So that's a very safe miss to have here and should give us a decent opportunity as well to approach. Little bit of loft, little bit of backspin. This should be nice. Spin. Spin. Beautiful. So too fast, so we end up off the line, but we're still pin high, which where we want to be. But of course, we want to be closer when we're lob wedging. Of course, we want to be closer. 22-footer like this, I have seen go in before. So let's see if this could be one of those cases. Oh, it surely can. Come on. Disgusting miss on the tempo, but flat stick repairman. Black stick repairman comes up huge on that one. I really wanted that. I was a little bit disgusted at the miss tempo there. I was a little bit disgusted, so I really wanted that. So we take those. We take those. Very similar situation here to the other one. You just never want to be here on the left side. So once again, we're aiming to here all the way between these trees. Go get your tempo, go get your plane, watch it bounce a little bit to the left, but never in danger. This is exactly what we're looking for, 385 yards here. This is exactly what we're looking for, lads. We actually got a few extra yards on it as well, so... I trust this 9-iron to be the one. I'm trusting this 9-iron to be the one. It's probably gonna be a little much, but I like that better than a little off. Come on, take the line. Somebody kick it down the line. Boys, it is literally an inch away from a, it's an inch away from a tapping eagle. It's an inch away from a tapping eagle, but that's okay. It's 126. It's 126. I'm not quite sure. I don't quite agree with that, but I have to agree with it. It's the perfect shot. Just lands a yard too much. So it doesn't go. Kind of dangerous, this one. So we're gonna play this in a quite a lag way. It's 1 feet down. So I'm gonna just play it to the right and watch the physics do their job here. Like so. Sicko putt that. Absolute sicko that. This, again, quite interesting where you just have to be middle fairway. You can't really be jittery here, so... Let's not. Let's hit the most perfect shot we can. It's a lot uphill and there's wind and everything, so that right there is going to be nice. It's a little bit tricky over this bunker, though. It's a little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. 68... Take 7 out of that would be 61, and then the wind a little bit. So I'm going to put just a little bit of backspin into this, and then I'm going to send it. This might be really bad. Then again, it might work exactly how I had it in my little melon. It might actually work exactly like that. Same thing here again. There is break, so make sure you play for it. Don't be too afraid. Scoring barrage, hopefully here continues in hole 15 with a nice little drive up the fairway. Beautiful tempo, beautiful plane. We are going to have this now on a quite flat surface, which is going to do well for us here in this approach shot. This is pretty much the perfect place to land. Now we can hit a full, but we just gotta make sure we don't get it here. We're gonna hit this full, but we are hoping it to hit here and then rotate down. This is going to be a little bit to the left, but it's going to be the same idea, just the other side. A lot of break here going right to left, much more than left to right. So we have to actually aim in a way where this looks that this is so far off from the right. But the middle portion, the two quick moving beads are going to push the ball far left. Like so. That is a sick line to take. That's a sick line to take. Hole 16, very, very simple. Be over the bunker, never be on the left. Anything from the right side always comes back. But the left side is dead. So this left side right here, this is going to be perfect. Hey, nice roll there. I was like, hey, come back. It was like going the other way, but then it still dropped back. So beautiful that. I am going to honestly hit this lower club pitch because I'm afraid of the bigger club. So I have really no idea where is this going to land. Hopefully it doesn't land more than 100. I'm even going to put a little shape into it. I am very afraid here. Hold my hand. Stop. Stop. quite interesting line here where I just don't see a lot of break, but I still have to play the right side here. So very, very interesting. Will it come back? I don't know, but I guesstimate it will. This is pretty okay. I'm just going to add a little bit of loft and a good amount of backspin into this one. I'm scared of this again. Luckily today we've been hitting good shots, so this might stop. Gotta be brave enough. Okay. That's a little bit of a scoring surge, so let's keep it going. I think that's 8 points in 6 holes. Let's get one more. As we say here in España, una más, por favor. This would be my first ever Platinum Tour lead at the clubhouse. I couldn't even talk, chat. I just had to take it. I just had to take it, chat. I can barely see, dude. Got a good soft bounce here as well, so maybe it's going to be the perfect shot that we dream of. We are absolutely pin high, boys. This for Himo Chico's first clubhouse lead after first in the Platinum Tour. Nothing but net. Okay, laddie ladders. I think 54 is a-okay, boots. I think 54 is pretty good laddersons. That is the first clubhouse lead in the history of the channel. The first clubhouse plat lead in my 3 years in this. That's my first time. My first. That was something, wasn't it? The best round we've played in plat for a while, season well underway, and everything clicking. So if you enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a subscription to the channel. We are around 90 people away. So each click from you would give us 1.2% closer to the ultimate dream of being a big rock broadcaster, streamer, YouTuber. On top of that, I would like to invite you to come and hang out with the Twitch streams, all of the information about the Twitch streams, and a little bit what we do there is under the description. Similarly, as is all the information about my socials, my Twitters, my Instagrams, which highly revolve around golf and virtual golf. So be a golf nerd, get involved with the tubes, with the Twitches, and the socials. And more than anything, make sure to check out tomorrow for round 2, where we are chasing the lead. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. But for now, Mokkio is out. Peace!